Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Pompero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube page. If you're watching us on our YouTube page, excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, for real, for real. Come on, guys, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I mean, nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Actually, it's not even one handle anymore. On Facebook, it's like Shawn Sierra. It got some numbers after it. On Twitter now, it's ShawnSierra33. On Instagram, it's still at the Shawn Sierra. TikTok, at the Shawn Sierra. Someone hacked into my Twitter account, my X account. So and they won't give it back to me. Twitter won't give it back to me. I'm annoyed. So I had to create another one, which is going to take a while for me to get all my contacts back. It's going to be a pain in the ass. But that's where you can find me on socials. All right. Listen, we got a great show, but I need you to be interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show in that, my peoples. So it makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat. The chat is jumping this morning, and I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. My man Armando Emeterio, a lot of juniors checking in first. What's up, Papa? I was like, Shawn. Sean Wall, Mr. Southside himself. What up on a Mickey Ficky TGI Friday? Bear down FGB. What? FGB. Brandon Schutz. All right, bro. Can you spell my name right, please? Stop with this bullshit. If you follow me on Facebook, this is not how you spell my name. Please. Pretty please with sugar on top. All right? Just spell my name right. You've been watching the show for how long? When I take it off, you see my name here at the lower left-hand corner. Come on, bro. Please, bro. It's just, yeah. I'd appreciate it. All right. You wouldn't want anyone to spell your name Brandon, Braden, right? Come on. Be respectful. That's all. But good morning. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate if you paid attention and notice how I spell my name. That would be nice. But anyway, listen, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive, guys. Man, my man Cornelius Squall's checking in. What up, what up, what up? Shawn and Sports Owners, listen, got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk. We got what a day. Bulls, Blackhawks, Sox, Cubs. All played yesterday. Full schedule. Okay, full schedule. We're going to talk about all of it. Okay. And then we also have Scouting Combine. NFL Scouting Combine still going on down in Indianapolis right now. There's a lot of talk, first and foremost. There's a lot of talk because there's deals are being made all the time and people are talking about it all the time. There's something that the Bears did that I didn't really like. Something that they did that I didn't really like. I didn't understand it. And we're going to talk about that as well. We're going to talk about some of the guys who have made an impression. Because, man, oh, man, oh, man. You got some guys who are, woo, Charlie. They are definitely making a name for themselves. And I'm happy for it. This is what it's about. You work your butt off your entire life. Okay? Your entire life, you work your tail off to get to this point, and now you're making waves. Now you're standing out. Now people are talking about you. Now you're the topic of conversation. Uh-oh, what's that fuzzy? You're the topic of conversation, and you're moving up draft boards, and your draft stock is rising. I'm happy for a lot of these young men for maximizing their opportunity. That's probably it. Maximizing. Okay, making some very influential and powerful men have some sleepless nights. Do I take him? 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 If I don't take him, is he going to come back and kill me in the division? So there's a lot of people who are really showing out this year, and I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to talk about that as well. Pardon me, I had a rough night sleeping yesterday. Real rough one. So we have all that to get into. I think I'm going to start trying to get down to Indy. There's a lot more things I have to start doing, getting down there and being around NFL people, because there's a lot. Obviously, all the coaches are there, so I have a lot of friends. I shouldn't say a lot. I have a few friends who are NFL coaches and scouts, and it'd be great to get down there to see them because they're all down there, of course. It'd be great to see him and just kind of catch up, And yeah, so I gotta start applying for credentials to get down to Indy in the upcoming years, which I think is pretty cool. All right, and then you got to go eat at St. Elmo's Steakhouse. That's like the world famous steakhouse, of the most famous steakhouse in Indianapolis because of history. It's been there over 120 years, and that's where a lot of NFL execs, front office, coaches go and they meet, have meetings, discuss deals, get deals done. So, yeah. I'll handle the show, Brandon. I got it. So yeah, so we have a lot of different things to talk today. And I'm fired up, man. I'm really fired up. It was a good day. It was a full day in Chicago sports yesterday, and we get to talk the gamut. We actually get to talk all 5 teams. All right? 4 of them played yesterday. The Bears obviously are not playing. No one in the NFL is playing. So there's a lot for us to talk about. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the top of the morning topics, and then we're going to go to a commercial break. All right? So, guys, let's get a crack-a-lacking, guys. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? All right, we'll start at one place. This one, man, it's getting very, very, very difficult to watch. The Bulls fall to the Portland Trailblazers 121-112 at home. Okay, this is their 11th straight loss. The Bulls were 0-11 in the month of February. Unfreaking believable. All right, Matas Buzelis led the way with 20.7 rebounds. Trey Jones, 19 points. Josh Giddey, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Nick Richards, 14 points, 10 rebounds. It's getting very frustrating. They're coming to the end of their season-long 7-game homestand, and it's just frustrating watching these guys not be competitive, just fall apart at the end. Matas needs to do. I shouldn't say this. It's frustrating for Matas because Matas doesn't want to lose. Matas does not want to lose. And it's frustrating to him. I just want him to be kind of be selfish, so to speak. Let me get this down. I want him to be a little selfish. All right. I think Matas' development is it's imperative that he becomes more self-centered in his development to be a star. Okay, he's such a nice kid. Sometimes he'll want to pass too often. Right now, we need you to establish yourself as one of the stars of the NBA, star of this Bulls team, and a star of one of the stars of the NBA. That's what we need for you to do. So But staying with the Bulls, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls host the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday at the United Center. Tip-off is at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM. The Score. Remember, if you didn't know, if you're under a rock, the Score now is on the FM dial. They are still on 670, but now they're going to go 104.3 FM. The Score. Okay, crystal clear. You know, it's a lot stronger signal. And, yeah, in case you didn't know. Keeping it moving, the next top of the morning topic, the Blackhawks. That's another one. The Blackhawks fell to the Nashville Predators 4-2. That was a rough one. Spencer Knight stopped 22 of 25 shots. Connor Bedard lit the lamp for the 24th time this season. Tyler Bertucci lit it for the 26th time of the season. Green was helped with his 14th assist. Teravainen also assisted for the 14th time, and Renzel had his 8th helper of the year. Staying with the Hawks, the next top of the morning topic, the Hawks are in Colorado tomorrow to face the Avalanche. Puck drop is at 5 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. It's a tough time, man. It was a tough one for Chicago sports yesterday. Man, we took it on the chin. Woo. Let's keep it moving. This was a tough one yesterday. The White Sox, the good guys from the South Side. All right, they were at home, but they were the road team. Okay, the White Sox fell to los Dodgers. Los Dodgers of Los Angeles. They lost the Dodgers 7-6. Meade was 1 for 3 with a homer, his first of the season, driving in his third RBI on the spring. Murray was 1 for 2 with a homer as well, his second homer of the season, driving in his 4th and 5th RBIs of the year. And Edgar Carroll, 1 for 4, driving in his 6th RBI of the spring. So for those of you who don't know, the Dodgers and the White Sox share a facility at Camelback Ranch. So this is home to both of those guys, both of those teams. Keeping it moving, but staying with the White Sox. The White Sox have a split squad today. All right, so one half of the squad will be hosting Texas at Camelback Ranch. Okay. And the other is going to be in Phoenix, taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay. And the money man, Munitaka has left the facility. He's returned to Japan to play in the World Baseball Classic. So their big the off-season left-handed power hitter is going to be gone for a couple of weeks. And I think that hurts. One, the chemistry of this team, but two, his indoctrination into Major League Baseball. All right, you played well against Japanese baseball pitchers, but you haven't faced Major League pitchers, and that's where we need you to get some exposure. But he's playing for his country, which is it's honorable, it's cool. But we are gonna miss him, and the time that he's missing is it's. Some people could argue that this actually helps players because you're in a competitive environment. These spring training games, real talk, these spring training games, no one cares. All right? There's a lot of busters who play, a lot of guys who are trying to make the squad who are going to play. Not so much true Major League Baseball players. But in the world, since there's a World Baseball Classic, the level of intensity is going to be ramped up because it's for national pride. So some people argue that these games are better than spring training games, when the World Baseball Classic is around. And I can see that point. Let's not be naive to the fact that there are so many different players from different countries around the world playing in Major League Baseball. All right, a lot of Latin players. So you're going to get some Puerto Rican pitchers. You're going to get some Dominican pitchers. Get some Mexican pitchers. Get some Venezuelan pitchers. You're going to get some of those. Some of those who are starting pitchers or pitchers in Major League Baseball in the show. So you're going to see Major League pitching, and you're going to the whole purpose of this is winning for national pride. And so now you have a situation where these guys are amped up. So you're going to you could see some really good pitching. We'll see. See how that plays out. The South Side says, like I'm saying, Bulls and Tank Mania. Yeah. Cornelius, yeah, it is frustrating. They don't have a chance. Just the talent level is the disparity is it's noticeable. It's noticeable. And the chemistry still isn't there. All right, but that's what you expect. You can expect that from a team that was overhauled. Over half the team is new at the trading deadline. I'm surprised that Josh Giddey had 9 assists yesterday. Like, he doesn't know where these guys are going. All right, the familiarity with his new teammates is not there. So, yeah, it's frustrating. Montes is improving. Yeah. Junior says, so glad I haven't even attempted to watch the Bulls. I get it. No, Brandon, I didn't see the Astros game. I don't look for the Astros. No. Keeping it moving. The next. You're like Mr. 20 questions today, huh, Brandon? I did not forget the Cubs. The Cubs fell to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim 5-4 yesterday. Carlson was 2 for 3 with a double, his first of the spring, driving in his first and second RBIs of springtime. Michael Busch was 1 for 2 with a double, his second in the spring, driving in his second ribby out in Arizona. Ramirez drove in his first run of the spring. Today, next top of the morning topic, the Cubs are in Mesa facing the Guardians. All right. First pitch is at 2:05 p.m. Central. Now, this is what's really weird. Is like I don't understand why all these games are not on Marquee Network. I really don't. I don't understand that. You have the network. Why are you not using it? To me, it doesn't make sense. Shouldn't all your games be on there? I would think. Or you can listen to it. You can't watch on the marquee, but you can listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM. It's so funny because if you're from Chicago, all right, if you're from Chicago, 104.3 was the throwback station. 104.3 Jams, what they called it. So oftentimes I find myself having to be very deliberate because I know it just flows 104.3 Jams. I'm like 104.3 FM, the score. I have to catch myself because I'm still so used to it was 104.3 Jams for 7 years. And it had all throwbacks and 90s and 2000s stuff, yeah. So yeah, no, I know. I can't watch it on TV. I just told you that. It's going to be I got it. Are you okay today, buddy? Were you drinking last night? Are you drinking this morning? B, you all right? You know, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a break and we get the warden off the CrossFit. All right, and we'll come back and we'll talk. We got a lot of NFL Combine to talk. We got Bears to talk. And I'll tell you the one thing that the Bears did that I just did not like. I didn't like it. I think it's counterproductive to what it is they're doing. It doesn't make sense. All right. So we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. So keep it locked right here at Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Didn't quite work out. Here's Forsberg with a steal and a play in front. Big save by Knight. Down on his back. Puck still loose. They jab away and pile up in the crease and they get the whistle. Stolen by Bedard. Good play by Connors. He makes a pass. Here's Green. Fed across. Shot might have been turned aside by the line. French get it out. Fed ahead. Here's Stamkos. Stopped by Knight. To back towards Green. He'll try and work it up the boards. Trying to shake O'Reilly. Here's Bedard with a shot. Scores! Connor Bedard. He goes posted in and ties this game at 1. Teuvo Teravainen.
Rister deflected it by the score. Bertuzzi on the power play. And the third period, the Hawks take the lead 2-1.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the boys, baby. Yeah. Crazy. 0 for 4. Teams were 0 for 4 yesterday. Frustrating. You know, I like to see our teams win. We all like to see our teams win. Man, it's frustrating because, you know, even though in baseball it's spring training, you still want to win. All right, you still want to win. And I don't know. That's the competitive nature in all of us, especially athletes, former athletes, and coaches. So let's get into talk about so the other day Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson were bells of the ball, so to speak. All right, bells of the ball. They had, all right, they're on the tour, they're on the speaking tour. Like everyone and their mama wanted to talk with them and sit down with them. Mike Florio was there. They were on ESPN. They were on NFL Network. They're the bells of the ball, okay? And then obviously so, okay? Especially after the year that they had, that the Bears had. All right, it's obvious that people want to see. These are the people that are the team that they want to talk to. I get it. I understand. All right, the Bears were one drive away, literally a couple of plays away from advancing to the NFC Championship game. You know, they had. You remember it was an overtime. They had a chance. They were at the point where the next score wins. They had the chance, and then the miscommunication between DJ and Caleb led to that pick, and then they went down and kicked the field goal. So I mean, if Caleb hits Calvin Unguy short, Calvin Unguy runs for at least 10 yards, gets us closer. All right, there's a good chance. So they're looking at this in the first year of Ben Johnson. Caleb breaks the single season passing record for the Chicago Bears with 3,900 plus yards. Okay. Didn't have a lot of interceptions. His completion percentage needs work. I think it was 58%, 60%. Okay, and Ben wanted around 70. So there's a lot of buzz, expectations around the Chicago Bears team. And then especially if you know sports in the NFL, you know that the Bears are strapped by the cap. They got to work some contracts, extend some. They got to take some contracts and maneuver them and rework them, and they got to find candidates who will be willing to restructure. Okay. Junior says Johnson has started understanding that at times take the 3 points. I agree. I agree. I couldn't agree more. But part of why we love him is the fact that he does go. But I get it. In the playoffs, see, playoffs are a different animal sometimes. Not sometimes. The playoffs are a different animal. And points are at a premium. Okay? Points are at a premium. So he did it often. I mean, let's keep it a buck. He did it often. All right, in the first Green Bay game. All right, even in the second Green Bay game. All right, we were down 21-8, 21-3, 18 points. What did he keep doing? Kicking field goal. I stay close. So he gets it. It's just sometimes I think it's that the arrogance, the ego of offensive coordinators. I just think it's the egos of them. And it's not the first offensive coordinator we've seen do this. We saw Matt Nagy. All right. So, anyway. So. I think we're in a good spot because I really like a couple of things happen. I really like the way that Caleb Williams started developing a relationship with DJ Moore. All right, when Rome Odunze was down with his the stress fracture in his foot, okay, Luther Burden grew, developed. Colston Loveland developed and grew, but he also needed a guy to go to. And Caleb was force-feeding Rome Odunze early on in the year. With him gone, he needed somebody that he can count on. Well, why not count on the guy who's the highest paid bear on the team? Crazy idea. Who plays the wide receiver position. But with that being said, he did go to DJ often, and he found out DJ can make plays. DJ is a big-time player. So again, when you hear these people talking about DJ's production went down, spare me. Spare me. It's frustrating when you see guys who played the game talk about it. Well, his production's down. Yeah, when did most of his production happen? When the guy that was being force-fed the ball, Rome Odunze, was out. So his plays in the season, if DJ was not on the receiving end of those passes, was not the target of those passes. All right? DJ, you know the old saying, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. DJ lives for those moments. Rome is not there yet. Doesn't mean to say that he won't be, but as of right now, he's not there yet. I told you last show, maybe in 365 days from now, we can revisit that conversation. We'll see how much Rome has developed. We'll see how much Luther Burden has developed. And if there's a way where you can trade a DJ Moore for a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett or someone of that nature, you'll be fine because you will have the maturity, the maturation of Luther Burden III and of Rome Odunze. Okay, when people talk about it, they say, well, look what happened in Seattle. DK Metcalf left, and they won the Super Bowl. But as I said on Wednesday, Jackson Smith-Njigba, DJ Metcalf's last year in Seattle, Jackson Smith-Njigba still had 1,000 yards. Didn't have anybody with 1,000 yards this year. With 650-plus yards, and that I'll take. That I am extremely excited about, that you could spread the ball around. DJ, Luther, Rome Odunze, Colston Love, all 650 yards or more. So we got to get everyone 800 yards more or more. Cornelia says, I'll be glad when all this Max Crosby talk ends because Bears would have to give up too much. I agree. You know, it's way too much. You got to give up way too much. And you don't even know that they're going to ask for DJ Moore. You can dangle them and say, hey, we'll give you DJ Moore. But if they want Rome Odunze or Luther Burden, they're going to say, no, we don't want DJ Moore. We want Rome Odunze, a top 10 pick and wide receiver to pair with Fernando Mendoza. Because we just don't, fans, remember, we don't get to say who the other teams want. We have an idea who we'd like them to take, but we don't get to tell them who they want and who they ask for. I agree with you, Junior. Rome has to get rid of the drops. Got far too many passes this year because he body catches. And I don't like that. I don't understand why at this level you're a body catcher. Got big enough hands to catch the football. Catch it with your hands, damn it. Roman's starting to remind me of David Terrell. Well, he's a little faster than David Terrell. Starting. Brandon. All right, bro. You good? Because I talked about it today. I talked about it earlier in the top of the morning topics. I talked about it, bro. You're having a rough morning or something. Here, look at the bottom. I said tomorrow the Hawks are in Colorado to face the Avalanche. Puck drop is at 5 p.m. You were here. Says Mr. Southside himself. Like, wake up, buddy. Come on now. It's Friday. TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. Come on, man. It's going to be beautiful. 60 degrees today. Then it drops to 35 tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow. We'll worry about... But yeah, I'm just giving you I'm just ribbing you, Brandon. That's all. I'm just messing with you. You know how we guys do. We guys, we just like to talk shit to each other. That's all. It's not personal. So, did I save that? Son of a biscuit, I did not. Dag nabbit. I've got to do a better job of, when I see something, screenshot it, and if I don't need it, just let it go. Just so there were some phenomenal performances to this point down in Indianapolis. Phenomenal performances. Trying to see. You had linebackers. The young man, here's on Instagram. The young man first of all, the guys from Ohio State, insane. insane. The linebackers, it was Sonny Styles. All right, Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles. 6'5", 245. He's 6'5", 245. He ran a 4.46. He had an 11-foot, 2-inch broad jump. So for those of you who don't know, broad jump. So you stand, you jump. You jump out. How far can you jump from a standstill position? It measures explosion. Then he says, you know what, that's not good enough. I'm going to set the record for the vertical for the high for someone 240 plus or more with a 43.5 inch vertical, 43.5 inches vertical. Insane. In freaking sane. Then his teammate Alvell Reese, he tied him with he's 6'4", 240. He ran a 4.46. Wow. You talk about making money. You talk about adding a couple zeros to your contract. Those young men did that yesterday. Jay Grizz checking in from the Illdale. What's up, Jay Grizz? Styles is a cornerstone of a franchise, Shawn. That boy is bad. Jay Grizz said it reminds me of Urlacher coming out. Sonny Styles, the RAS score, the relative athletic score. Well, they kind of use to see how athletic you are and stuff like that. 9.99 out of 10.0. He's fourth out of the 3,216 linebackers that have been there since 1987. He has the fourth best RAS score. That is insane. That is insane. The fourth best since 1987. It's 39 years. Actually, 40. It's 87. You count that year as well. 40 years. Crazy. I do have some good news to report, people. Cornelius. You had mentioned to me about looking up Hakeem Messidor. Remember that? And I said, I did. I watched his tape. I was impressed. I was impressed. I was very impressed. And so, according to guys over at Chicago Bears Now, Harrison Graham, the Bears have formally met with Miami edge Hakeem Messidor. That I love. So, you know what the funny part about this whole thing is? The real funny part to me is Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain is most likely a top 5 pick. All right. Most likely a top 5 pick. However, he has like the 3rd shortest arms ever for an edge rusher. His arms are like 30 inches. 30 and change. I'm like, what? Now, some people are going to use that against him because if you look at the tape, and remember, it always comes down to the tape. The measurables are fine, but it comes down to the tape. He's at the University of Miami. He's not playing against Big Sky competition, Wyoming, Utah State. These are not his opponents. He's doing big time work in the ACC. But if you watch him, you look at him, you realize his arms, he looks like a T-Rex. How much of an issue is that going to be? Like me, I have long arms for a running back. I never realized I had big hands. And I never realized I had long arms. Because, when you get your collared shirt, the way you get your collared shirt is the neck size. It was 17.5, 34, 35. I have long arms. I never thought about it, and people said, man, you got long arms and big hands. I'm like, I didn't think about it. So if I got 34, 35-inch arms, his arms are like that much shorter. Who's T-Rock, Jr.? I don't know who T-Rock is. Junior says T-Rock had 30-inch arms. But they're making a big deal about the size, the length of his arm. Because you get an offensive tackle who locks you out with 35, 36, 37-inch arms. Those 30-inch arms are, you're going to have to get Biden and break and rip and do all these other. But you look at his tape, and his tape shows he is violent. His tape shows he can get to the quarterback. His tape shows that his 30-inch arms do not hinder his pass rush. Then again, that's college. You're dealing with the best of the best here at this level. That could scare some people off. So it's an interesting dynamic. So rather than have 30-inch arms, he might have had 32, 33, and he looks small because he's 6'9". But so Ruben Bain is getting a lot of pub. Matt Miller. Had Matt Miller on the show a couple of years ago before he went to ESPN and couldn't come on anymore because I have to go through the PR person at ESPN to get Matt Miller to get any of their employees on. They have to okay it. But Matt Miller was on, and Matt Miller said the best player, his number one player in the draft, Jeremiah Love, running back for Notre Dame. And you know what's really, really scary? This is the thing that scares me. This is the thing that scares me about this whole situation. Jeremiah Love, according to Matt Miller, is the best player, best overall player in the draft. You saw what he did at Notre Dame, what a stud he was. if there's a way, here's a mock draft. We'll start. Remember, I did one last year for the first time in life. I think I'm going to do more this year. Look at the Bears. It has Bears getting Monroe Freely, an offensive tackle from Georgia. That's not what I want. Not what I want. But they said, do not. Matt Miller said, do not. That would be unfair. Do not let Jeremiah Love fall to 10. 9, excuse me. That's where the Chiefs are drafting, at 9. Can you imagine a running back with his talents going to the Kansas City Chiefs? It's scary. It would remind me of Priest Holmes. Yes, Jay Grizz. Jay Grizz says Love has the best vision and feet of any running back I've seen in a long, long time. He's patient. He sees the field well and can get to where he needs to go, his vision and his feet. And then he has the ability to take it to the house. Oh, yeah, that thing too. That thing too. Let's see, are they? Oh, okay. So when's he coming up today? Is it today? So it's projected. So he ran his 10.76 100-meter dash in high school. Wow, that's high school. So you know the strength and the plyo training, the explosive training. They're expecting him to run a 4.3. Junior says, I've seen him make great plays out of nothing. Yeah, that kid is special. And what I really like is that people are really looking at the running back position with a lot more respect. All right, for so long, the running back position was devalued. Okay. And I never felt it was. I never felt it should have been. Because running backs are the last line of defense for your quarterback. A good running game is imperative for quarterbacks. A running back that can come out of the backfield and catch the ball is huge for a quarterback. Yeah. But there are so many good running backs, and people talk about it, and people are starting to see the importance of special running backs. Okay? Jay Grizz, you know about that. You're over in Philly. You saw what Saquon Barkley did, not this season, but the season prior. All right, we saw Saquon Barkley at Penn State, and what an amazing, problematic player he was against defenses. God help us if the Chiefs get Jeremiah Love. In that mock that I had just put up, I didn't have him getting to 9, and went to 7. All right, to the Washington Commanders. All right, let's see. Fernando Mendoza, cool. Ruben Bain, the Jets don't need that. Cardinals, Caleb Downs, safety, Ohio State, cool. Tennessee, the linebacker from Ohio State, Arvell Reed. The Giants, Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State. Are you good with Scatterboo? Or here's a crazy idea. What if you pair Scatterboo and Jeremiah Love? The Giants at number 5 are a good one. 6. The Cleveland Browns pick 6 in Francis Mauigoa, offensive tackle for Miami. What if Cleveland wants to pair Jeremiah Love with Quinshawn Judkins? I think starting at 5 is where you could see Jeremiah go. This is interesting. That's going to be interesting. Man, my man King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? I said Sean Grizz, Jr., Michelle, Brandon, Corny, salute. What's up, Papa? Yep, you in this B.I.B.I. What? B.I.B.I. What? It never ceases to amaze me, the dumbassedness of people with my job. Hey, bro, I hear you. You got to understand. Common sense isn't common. Hey, I'm just glad you're able to check in, but Papa, I'm glad you're able to check in, dude. That's good stuff. So, one of the things that the Bears did that I was not happy about, and I couldn't tweet it because my Twitter account got hacked. I reached out to Twitter and said, hey, listen, my account got hacked. And said, okay, we'll send you a code to the email we have on file. Okay, cool. So I said it. They sent me and they sent me an email after we changed the password. And they're like, oh, we still can't verify that you. How can you not verify it's me? You sent me a code to the email address that I have on file to set up the account. So I wanted to tweet this. Man, my man Rick Gonzalez in the house. What's up, Papa? Says, hola, amigo. Smoke weed every day. FGB. Make sure you're not sleeping on a job like Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was sleeping. Where was that? What was that? I didn't see it. And is it at the down in Indy? Was he sleeping down in Indy? Because let me tell you, I've been to the scouting combine. It is boring. Yes. Oh, at the combine. Yep. Rick says the combine. Tigers. The combine, they got him on tape. Let me tell you something. It's easy to fall asleep at the combine. It is very easy. Like they just see the way they have it. You got to remember. That's a big place. Okay. That's a big place. And if you notice, there's some, like all the teams are in the suites, like right above the 100 level of suites, and in the seats down below the suites. Those are all the teams. Front office, scouts, coaching staff, all the other people are upstairs. They're in the 300 level. And let me tell you, it's quiet. When they put the people up in a 300 level, they said, do not make noise. If they hear you making noise and they can identify you, they're removing you from the premises. So it's quiet in there. King Booker says, you can't be sleeping when your squad is basura. It's garbage for those of you who don't know what that means. You need a number 2 pencil and a legal pad taking notes. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I'm just saying I've been there. I've been to Indy. And if you had a bad night's sleep, let's just say it's very conducive. I hear you. Let's just say it's very conducive to dozing off. Because remember, all those things, it's when you see it on TV, you hear the announcers talking about it, blah, 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 blah. You don't hear that in the stadium. They run it, next up. And they don't go loud over the speaker either. It's not like next up. It's like next up, blah, 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 blah. Next up, running back Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Like it's like that. So everything is chill because they don't want any loud sounds, music, nothing. They want the athletes focused on the drills that they're running. Yeah. So it's weird. But that's funny. He fell asleep. I feel you, Aaron Glenn. I feel you, bro. That's funny. So one of the things when I talked about, I said there was something that the Bears did that I did not like. I did not like the fact that the Bears made it known they gave Tremaine Edwards permission to seek a trade. Okay? I did not like that. And you're asking why? This is why when my Twitter account was down, I had to create another one. So all the people that followed me aren't following me anymore. Follow my other account, which is still up. Because this is where I talk about knowledge of the game and now common sense. And then I heard Clay Harbor talk about it. I'm like, that's what I was saying. So he's in the last year of his contract. You're looking to save to get rid of him. Rumors had it you're probably going to cut him. Save yourself $15 million. I think it's only $2 million cap hit. Why? Why? Why would a team trade for a guy that's going to be cut? Why would a team give up an asset, a third round, a fourth round pick, fifth round, whatever? Why would you give up an asset for a guy that you can just wait for and sign him after he's released? It doesn't make sense. Now, the only reason there has to be a team. That's exactly it, Rick. I say he can trade is so dumb because all the 31 teams know he'll be cut if not traded. Yes. What's worse, Shawn, being a Jets fan or a Browns fan? A Browns fan. Because at least you have New York City that you can go and party in. Who in God's name wants to go to Cleveland? I'm channeling my inner Joakim Noah. Now, if there's a team that they should have kept it on the down low. Only thing is I just don't see it. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to give you up something when he's going to be cut. It's not. I'm just not. Only thing is if they can find a team that's willing to give him an extension. Is there a team there? What other teams were interested in him when he was a free agent a couple of seasons ago? Go to them, see what they have, because that could have changed. They could have drafted some linebackers. They could have found some other linebackers. Rick said, you think they'll sign DeMarco Jackson if Tremaine goes, FGB? Yeah, I think they will, but he's 6'1". He's not 6'5" like Tremaine Edmonds. There's a big difference. But don't get me wrong, I like DeMarco Jackson. I do. Right now, we have no starting linebackers healthy. TJ Edwards recovering from that broken leg. Noah Sewell recovering was from the ACL. Tremaine Edmonds, they're put on the trade block, or they're going to release them. King Booker Will says, I think New Orleans wanted Edmonds. Well, have at him. Here's where you need your agent to do some PR work for you. Here's where you need your agent to be like, okay, go to New Orleans, cool. If they haven't gotten anybody yet, and be like, okay, cool. We have some interest from other teams, and you got to start pitting teams driving the price up for your client. He does. King Booker says Jackson has instinct. You can't teach. Just need some refining. I agree. I just need to know if, it's a big difference, 6'1" as opposed to 6'5". So I did not like that, what they did. Because Tremaine Edmonds, he's 27. He's 27, so he's in the middle of his prime. So you got to find a team that wants him, that's willing to extend him, and that's what his agent has to find out. But some other people are going to be like, well, listen, I'll just wait. Because he's not a world beater. Although I will say this, remember, he was playing at an all-pro level before he got hurt last year. Season high in interceptions, 4 before he got hurt. He was flying around the ball. Very athletic. I like Tremaine Edmonds, but I understand the business aspect of it. And if he goes, I'll be sad to see him go. But Bears need that cap space. Bears need that cap space. And we still got to talk about the safeties. We have no safeties under contract. Well, we're still under contract technically until the end of the new year begins, which is a week or two. King Booker said, just to fuck with him, sign Anzalone away from the toilet. I mean, Detroit. I think Dennis Allen's going to have a big say in what linebackers come to the Bears. He's going to probably have his pick of free agent linebackers. There's a lot of youngsters in the draft. Ohio State's here. Let me find it where he goes. There was a shish kebab. Caden McDaniel was a guy from Ohio State. Big dude. I think he's 320, 310, 315. Run stuff. Bears interviewed him. So according to Brandon over at Chicago Sports Podcast, remember Caden McDaniel, like I said, Christian Miller, D tackle, Dante Corleone, D tackle, Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker, Hispanic linebacker, Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker, Zion Young, the edge, TJ Parker, edge, Akeem Mesidor, edge from Miami, and Cassius Howell, edge. Those are the players they met first day. They won. I would love a disruptive big man. Put the guy to one technique and just have him collapse the pocket. Because remember, we just lost our run stuffing guy. He's out of contract. Billings. Billings is a free agent at the end of this year, which is, like I said, a week or so away. Eric Gonzalez says, Rick Gonzalez says, I heard either on Score or ESPN that Justin Fields may go to Green Bay if Willis gets signed by another team. Thoughts on your boy if he goes to Green Bay, FGB? I wish him well in all 15 games except the 2 he plays against us. Because you know he's going to get in. And for us to lose to Justin Fields on Green Bay would be heartbreaking. But so Chicago Bears. You know, it's unfortunate. The guy just got a raw deal. All right, the guy has got a raw deal. All right, never had coaching, never had receivers. A year he does get a number one receiver. The receiver has career highs in yards and touchdowns. You know, he never gave him a running game. He didn't shore up the offensive line. All right, the names of his receivers were literally out of a thrift store. Doesn't have any first team reps when he gets here because he's supposed to sit all year. Then he doesn't. He gets thrown in, gets sacked 9 times against Cleveland in his first start. No chemistry, no nothing. I mean, all that is coaching malpractice. You give him at least a couple of reps with the ones. Nope. So I wish him well. I think he's a great guy. And yeah. I wish him well in 15 games. Except the 2 games that they play the Bears. No, there's a safety on that list, Eric. Eric said, why I keep calling you? You know why? Because I see the at Rick. Rick, I don't know why I keep saying Eric. What the hell? Here, Caleb Downs, number 3 from Ohio State. He might be the only one. Yeah, he's the only one. Rick, he's the only safety on that list. Hey, make sure, I know it's the off season, folks. But make sure you get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. All right, go to sportzonechicago.com. Get your Bears Victory Monday shirts. Get your Sports Zone Chicago hoodie, your FGB t-shirts, your Coaching Matters t-shirts, your Cigar Fanatic t-shirts, Sports Zone Chicago hats. I don't know if I said Bears Victory Monday. Good, better, best. Get your good, better, best shirts. All right, or hoodies. All right, of course, don't forget FGB. You got to get your FGB stuff and get them ready. Get both of them. You're going to wear these a lot. You're going to wear these a lot the next couple of years. Wear them a lot. All right. See, I got Michelle, Mr. Southside himself. So I got my FGB hooded sweatshirt. Look at that, baby. Got the orange one. That's dope. I know I told you before, but again, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate the support. That's tight. That looks good. So make sure we get those. You call me Eric one more time, we're gonna have issues, full FGB. Rick says, "You smoking my bud, Smokey?" Oh man, FGB, of course. I don't know. You know what? I had a terrible night's sleep last night, so I'm a little, it's a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited about the draft. I'm excited. You know, again, next year I'm gonna work on getting down to the getting to the Super Bowl. I'd love to get in Radio Row. Then definitely get to the scouting the combine. Because I love being around football. That's why I coached it for almost 20 years. You know, love the coaching clinics that I would go to, the Glazier coaching clinics they had, which was weird. So Glazier would go around, it's a company, they go around, they have different coaches speak, high school, college, and professional coaches speak, and multiple topics. You can talk about the wing tee, you can talk about the power gap scheme, you can talk about weightlifting and new technologies in strength and conditioning, you can talk about running like a man zone type deal, or how, you name it, they have it, and they go around the country, and they usually, it's in the beginning of the year, so they usually kind of stay around the same month every year. But for Chicago's one, they have two. They have one in February and one in March. Same people. I was surprised, like they didn't have one in Texas twice, or California twice, or Florida twice. Chicago, they have those. They have two clinics in Chicago, one in February, one in March. So I love being around football. I love it. Energy that I get from being around football players and football people is one that I'm extremely comfortable in. It's one that I really enjoy. So, moving forward, I'm going to try and get that. Let's see. UC Rome is doing DJ's camp in Joliet this year. My nephew went last year for DJ. You think it means anything that DJ is not doing it this year? FGB. So it says instead of the DJ Moore camp, it's a Roma Dunze camp. Is that what you're saying? Interesting. Well, I don't know. See, because the people who put on those camps, they decide who they're going to ask. All right, they ask, okay, we want you as a headline sponsor. The reason I know that is because I used to work for the Reeve Sori camp. When I was playing with the Chargers, there was a lady, our GM would say, hey, listen, go volunteer at the Reeve Sori camp. He goes, sometimes they'll pay us, sometimes they won't. He goes, but don't go for the pay, go for the connections. I didn't get it initially, but man, I got it after a while. Reeve Sori is an old Chicago Bear. He got drafted the same year as Walter Payton. He went to the University of Illinois. He's from Brooklyn. And So his former agent, the wife of his former agent, runs the Reeve Sori Foundation. So they would put on the camp. Ah, okay, cool. Roma Dunze Youth Football Camp, Joliet, July 11th, 2026, 9 a.m. to 1, Joliet West High School, 401 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet, Illinois, 60435. Yeah, DJ's done it. He's been here 3 years, DJ? 3 years DJ's been here? Yeah, Justin 1, and then 2 with Caleb. Yeah. So they would have a different headliner every year. Once it was Jerry Zuma and Craig Wetnight. Then who else? I think Jerry Zuma was 2 years. Glenn Milborn. There were a couple. I worked for that camp for like 10 years. So you had every year they chose a different. Usually no more than 2 years they would keep the same dude. Maybe they just decided, hey, time for a change. It sucks because I usually work those camps. I worked the camp DJ's first year, right after he got drafted. Right after he got traded here. Really cool dude. Really nice dude. Yeah. But yeah, that's what they do. The company pro camp, I think it is. You know what? I got it over there. Now I'll show you the pass I had. Yeah. See right here. Pro camps. That's what it is. Pro camps. So yeah. So when I worked it. All the coaches, they got an autographed picture of DJ for working that, which I thought was pretty cool. I was waiting for you. King Book of World. What's what I'm going to teach how to drop it at the one. You're a fool. I knew you were. I knew you. I was waiting. I was like, oh, man. I was like, what's Booker going to say? Yeah, DJ's daughter liked me. So Ariel, his daughter, she's feisty, boy. She was like 4 years old. And so I had my group of campers. We all got X amount of kids. And she's like, Daddy, they're all sitting in single file line, 5 yards apart, boom, boom, boom. And she's like, Daddy, I want to do the drills. He's like, okay. He goes, you have to get in line. And she looked at me and I was like, you want to get in line, young lady? She's like, yeah. So she got in my line. And she was good. She was very athletic, very receptive to coaching. And so we went to team. We did our individual. We went to team. We came back. She came back to my line. All right. Day was over. We come back the next day because it's 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. Come back the next day. She's like, all right, Dad, I got to go with my coach. And she comes over again to me, to my line. Yeah, Ariel was, she's a character, boy. She is a character. Yeah. But what do you want with that first pick of the Bears, number 25? Now, it sucks because you're literally at the mercy of everybody else. You got anything after 20, 15 or 20, like, let's see how it falls. And, like, you don't say, I want this guy, because he could very well be taken. What position would you like, and who would you like? Would you like Akeem Messidor. Excuse me. Would you like what's that guy's name? Caden McDaniel. Who else did we meet? Let me see who we met. Christian Miller, Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker, Zion Young, DJ Parker, an edge. Who would you like? What position? Let's be realistic. All right, don't say I want Bain. Well, Bain's gone. I want Bailey. Bailey's gone. Who would you like in what position and what player would you like at 25? Oh, you go for safety too. Okay. Rick says, I don't want that pick. He's still praying it goes for Max. He means Max Crosby. But if not, I would like a D end or a safety, FGB. Well, there was some talk about. Right, correct. We have no safeties on the contract. Yes. There was talk about Budda Baker. The Bears trading for Budda Baker, which I think would be great. I'm a big Budda Baker fan out of Washington. University of Washington, that is, one of his college days. I think that would be nice, but Cornelius says, I want a kick-ass edge. I want a kick-ass edge rusher, hopefully Messidor or TJ Parker. Give me, because the edge is so deep, give me a D tackle. Give me a D tackle. Give me a D tackle. All right, give me Caden McDonald. If he's there, I don't think he will be. I don't think Caden McDonald will be there. I could be wrong. Dude, in that mock draft, they have TJ Parker going to Detroit. Can you imagine? TJ Parker and what's his name? Dude in Detroit. Tore his knee up. I can't even think of his name. Like it's Aiden Hutchinson. Sorry. Imagine that. Imagine those two. Now that's what I'm talking about. Those are the type of bookends we need. $25 too high for a safety? Yeah, I think so. I think you can get a decent safety in the second round, especially if you get one in free agency. Yeah, I'm going to miss Brisker as well, FGB. What didn't you like about it, Cornelius? You said, I didn't like Caden McDonald's combine. You didn't like his numbers. You didn't like his personality. What did you, what didn't you like about Caden McDonald? Here we go. Let's check it out. See what you're talking about. So he's what's the score? Oh, 639. 8.0 is a perfect prospect. 639 is wow. Will eventually be a plus starter. Yeah. Okay, 6'2", 326, 32.25-inch arms, 9 3/4-inch hands. Okay. Okay. I see what you're talking about a little bit, Cornelius. I see what you're talking about. There are other guys we could draft as well. He's the one that just off the top of my head. But I just think that it's a situation where give me someone to stop the run. All right, Andrew Billings is gone. He's a free agent, so we don't have that, that run stopper that we had. Not this past season because he was coming off an injury, but the prior 2 seasons, yeah. Or Shamar Turner going to be that dude. I'm anxious. I'm really anxious to see how Shamar Turner plays. Grady Jarrett's not coming off an injury again this year, so I love to see his level of play rise. In addition to helping the level of play from Shamar Turner. Benjamin Williams checking in. What's up, Baba? Eating breakfast, huh? Top of the morning to you, sir. Top of the morning to you. So we'll find out. There'll be more rumors, more. Here's the thing. People are talking about Tyson Bagent. They're talking about, I don't want to trade Tyson. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I don't want to trade Tyson Bagent. I just don't. I think there's going to come a point in time where this young man is going to be needed. It's been a great learning thing for him because he's getting better. Oh man, Rick's got to run. Got to run, amigo. Great show, FGB, Rick. But there's going to come a point in time where Caleb's going to probably get dinged up. He started 17 games 2 years in a row. We can't assume he's going to stay healthy this season. You got to have a capable backup. As I told you before, I think Tyson Bagent would flourish in this offense. He comes from structure. He can get the ball out on time. He doesn't have the playmaking and off-script playmaking ability that Caleb does, but from the pocket, I think he's much better than Caleb at this stage. So I don't want him gone. I don't want him traded. It's going to come a time when we need him. But I mean, if someone gives you a third or a second, which is asking a lot for the Bears, you have to consider it. People are talking about Gervon Dexter Sr. Like, who the hell is coming and asking about him? Who else asking about Gervon Dexter? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But why would you trade Gervon Dexter? Because you already need defensive line help. So to trade another defensive lineman, so to trade a player from a position that you already need help in further weakens that position, thus weakening your defense, thus weakening. Interesting. We'll see how it's going to play out. We'll see how things transpire over the weekend. We're going to crack a lack. Listen, 2 hours is coming on. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. I truly do appreciate the love and the support. This is going to be 60. It's 47 degrees right now. It's going to be 60 today in Chicago, and then it's going to drop. Drop? We're going down to 35 tomorrow. 42 tomorrow. 42 Saturday, 31 Sunday, 41 Monday, 42, 42, 42. Back up to 56 on next Thursday, 48 Friday, 60 and 60 next weekend. Yeah, it has a nice little noticeable drop. So if you get a chance, hey, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Get out there, go for some brunch. All right, go for some brunch. All right, my buddy's got a spot called, I'm giving him free pub, Bar Tutto. Bar Tutto, Tutto. Tutto means everything. So they serve breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner at this place. Dope. It's a little pricey because it's in the Fulton Market District, but it is phenomenal. The food is amazing. If you go for breakfast, let me just tell you, get the breakfast sausage. I have never, ever, 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 ever been so excited, so adamant about breakfast sausage. No diddy. Some of the best, no, not some, the best breakfast sausage I've ever had. I couldn't get over it. So check it out. Like I said, I should be heading to Arizona in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. And I'm looking forward to it. Early. We have to do a 7 o'clock show. 7 o'clock out there, 9 o'clock over here. It's cool. We'll get it done. But hey, listen, enjoy it. All right. Create memories. So we talk about all the time. Create memories with your people. All right. Rooftops are going to be open. Patios are going to be open. All right. Enjoy it today. 60 degrees. Do it. All right. It's going to be fun. Beautiful, beautiful day in the Shy. Make the most of it. All right. Listen, you guys have a phenomenal weekend. And I will. I don't think I have much planned this weekend. I don't have Jack Spit planned. Got shit to do. No. Just probably clean up my room. Get up the room and fold all these clothes that I need to fold. I got a whole bunch of clean clothes on the end of my bed. So I'll fold those and clean up the house a little bit. But anyway, you guys have a phenomenal weekend. I will do the same. I appreciate the love and support. I love you back. All right. So from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, have a great weekend. But your boy is out.
Come on, race the race.